Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now heavyweights, we got two heavyweight fights coming up, English style, right? You're gonna have Dillian Whyte fighting, Alexander Povetkin, right? And that's gonna be on May 2nd. Then you got AJ Anthony Joshua bouncing back to defend his title. It's been a mandatory Kubrat Pulev, right? And they both gonna be pretty decent fights. Here's why. Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin. Me personally, I am not happy with that fight. I would rather Dillian Whyte fight Luis Ortiz forever, right? That's me personally. He's fighting everybody except him. Alexander Povetkin is coming off of actually a loss. He got a draw against Michael Hunter, but he's lost that fight. And I think Dillian Whyte should have maybe fought Michael Hunter or gave Joseph Parker a rematch, or definitely Ortiz, just to get that out of everyone's system, because that's the reason why he hadn't fought Deontay Wilder the whole time. And they seem to look for Povetkin. Povetkin's had a lot of opportunities and things like that. I think the better fight would have been Whyte, a rematch with Joseph Parker, or finally taking Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. People will go, Ortiz is old. And, Povetkin's older, or the same age as Ortiz. We keep saying he's from Cuba, he could be older, but whatever, he's still handling his business, just as much as Povetkin. He probably would beat Povetkin, don't you think? So, and Morris Bach is also the same age. So old is not a reason. So the doorway to Wilder the whole time, even before Wilder's loss, was through Ortiz. And he just didn't want to kick down that door. So I'm not happy with the Povetkin fight, but in England, they're going to let him get away with it, even so much so that it'll be on pay-per-view. I think Dillian Whyte could have had a better fight, but whatever, man. If Dillian Whyte in a fight, you're going to still watch it because it's going to be just that, a fight, right? I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not got my eye on Dillian Whyte in terms of Ortiz, right? I know what's happening there, so I can't act like that. But this fight, it's okay, but it's not a barn burner, and he could have fought those guys I just mentioned. And there's reasons why. Joseph Parker, it should have been a rematch immediately anyway. Let's be real there. It was Ortiz. Hey, come on. For years, that's the guy to get you won the fight to get to Wilder, and you were mandated to fight him too, by the way, right? So, and Michael Hunter actually beat Povetkin. There you have it. But whatever, they're going to fight May 2nd somewhere in England. Let's see what happens there. Now let's move to the champ, Anthony Joshua. He's more so the champ. Now he got 3 titles. IBO, I don't count ever, right? But he got 3 titles, and he's the key to getting undisputed Tyson Fury, or the Tyson Fury Wilder winner in the 3rd match. Then they can fight him. But in the meantime, Anthony Joshua's going to take up Kubrat Pulev. He's been mandatory forever. And it's a decent fight. It's going to be, I think, June 2nd in the new Tottenham Stadium, right? So, they're going to probably fill that thing up. Let's see what happens. This is going to be a good fight. Anthony Joshua says that he's going to take him out in about round 11. He has total respect for the man. He calls him a boxer puncher, which is spot on. And I think his prediction is probably spot on, around round 11. It's going to take him time to deal with Kubrat Pulev, because Kubrat Pulev, people that have, Kubrat Pulev, he's old too, because he's about 38, 39 now, and Kubrat Pulev hasn't had the major fights. He doesn't really come out of his comfort zone. He's going to fight, he's from Bulgaria, but he's going to fight in Bulgaria, Hungary, Germany, stuff like that. Came to the States maybe twice. But, he's kind of just under the radar because there's no major fights. But here's the thing. Other than Vladimir Klitschko, right? Vladimir Klitschko had a wonderful day when he fought Kubrat Pulev. That left hook kept landing on Pulev, and he didn't understand why. But he's a winner. You saw Pulev get up, stand on one leg to let people know, hey, I'm still here. He's a winner. And, he's got little things. Like, look at Dillian Whyte. England considers him all of that because he beat Chisora in 2 barn burner close fights. In the second fight, we let him get away with that. But that referee kept getting in Chisora's way from doing his work. And then Chisora had to stay on the outside for him, and then he got clipped. But Chisora was probably winning that second fight, and probably the first fight too. Well, Chisora versus Pulev wasn't like that. You understand? Pulev beat him, period. And then another English one, Huey Fury, like Joseph Parker, who, I rode with from Joe, was in a close fight against Huey Fury. Well, Kubrat Pulev wasn't in a close fight with Huey Fury at all. You see what I'm saying? So when it's time to fight people that you can measure against other ones, they get beat. He's got a few people on his resume, but not great fighters on his resume. I go back to Tony Thompson when he beat Tony Thompson. It was at the time, Tony Thompson time, that I just beat David Price twice. Tony Thompson, I beat Olander Solis twice, and both times in their backyard. You know, Tony Thompson at the time was like Alexander Usyk, going to people's backyard beating them. That didn't happen against Pulev. You see what I'm saying? So that was a few years back. I didn't look before I come on here dealing with y'all spit it from the dome. You know what I'm saying? But I know that was about 5-6 years ago. But it doesn't matter. When you're dealing with Kubrat Pulev, you're not winning. You understand? He's not. I think the reason why Joshua will probably beat him is because of the right hand. I think Pulev's right hand is not that strong, but but he's got a left jab, which I don't know who jabs better in heavyweight. I don't know who jabs better right now. I've seen people jab occasionally better, but consistently better than Kubrat Pulev. I don't know right now. I know that you guys let me know. It's probably a couple of them that you say jabs better than Pulev. I don't know, right? Pulev jabs real well, controls distance, and the guy is definitely somebody to deal with. I just think the right hand is not of such where he'd probably get Joshua out of there with that. If you ain't gonna get Joshua out of there with that, or have Joshua have the respect of he could possibly get out of there with get on his bicycle, I'm not sure. This is going to definitely be a good fight. I know for people that don't know Pulev was thinking, oh, Joshua got this one easy, you might be in for a rude awakening. I do think Joshua will win. We'll talk about him, of course, getting closer to the fight, what happens. But as of right now, I think Joshua will probably win. I think Joshua's prediction is spot on, about round 11. I think it will take him that much time to get to the point to where, okay, now I could probably take him out. But Kubrat Pulev should. He's been waiting a long time. Should be ready for this fight. And guys, we don't like it. We want undisputed. I told you 2020 will suck because no undisputed fights. But this is definitely a good heavyweight fight. And seeing as though it's a mandatory for Anthony Joshua, you got to do it anyway. It's not going to be that bad. Pay attention to that. Those are the two fights that are in the heavyweight division that we can keep our eye on. Well, definitely AJ versus Pulev, and then Dillian Whyte versus your boy Alexander Povetkin. Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.